Well, how time flies. It's been rather a long time since I did a video, having been to several meets as well. So did my first full 3-day weekend last week. Today being, what is today? Sunday, 10th of June. So did last week, did a Rissington. Enjoyed that very much. Quite eventful actually, especially from one of the racer's points of view. His kart had a bit of an accident, they had a bit of a collision, ripped the front upright off. And I will say this actually before we get kicking on with excuses of why I've not been about. What I saw last week was one of the most incredible displays of chipping in from everyone I've ever seen. At one point there were probably 15 people working on the kart in some way or form, including about 7 or 8 people holding the car on its nose, one checking that the fuel didn't leak out, one actually doing the brazing on the front upright, 2 people at the back holding it, one guy on fire watch, another one. It was incredible, honestly, really, to see it. And you know, from a kart that looked, you wouldn't buy for 50 quid, that scrapped, broke, to completely repaired, fabbed up, and back in the back ready to go in about an hour and 20 minutes. It's a shame actually we missed one of the heats getting it ready by about 3 minutes. Real shame, but absolutely perfect. We checked over the car today, where the damage had occurred, and it's great. So a shout out goes to everyone involved. Really, you know you are on the day getting Neil Hancock's kart ready. Very, very impressive, and yeah, really, really good for the series. So yeah, again, I thought I'd try and catch up, do a video and see what's going on. So no SLR, no me standing in front of me background over there, because I'm in a bit of a rush. Yeah. Where are we? So everything is done on the chassis, as in it really, really is done. If we go through it and take you around it, I know it doesn't seem like much, but these gusset plates here are all new off what we've seen off previous or more modern F1s, so they've been put in. Also, you might be able to see on the seats there that they too have had some reinforcement put on them in terms of a bracket to stop them coming away, because we realised that was an issue. So both of them have had extra reinforcing plates put on. The bumper. Yeah, as you can see, the rear bumper, that's all been fabricated from basically 2 pieces of pole. So that too looks, I'm really proud about that actually. It looks really good. One of the things is my welding has come on amazingly after 2 things that I purchased. So you don't know what you probably see over there hiding away, but that was a 3M speed glass mask. Quite expensive. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, you know, if you're a professional welder, then 170 quid on a mask is nothing. But, you know, I can't find the other one now. I've got another one. I bought another mask and it was 30 quid. And I paid 170 for that, and I can tell you now the difference is just unsurmountable. The next thing, and everyone's going to whinge at me now because I bought some gloves. They're TIG gloves. Yes, they are TIG gloves. But what they allow you to do is just rest and get a better feel. I'm sounding like giving a welding course, but it's been really important for me because it's one of the skills I've had to learn doing this. Incidentally, having looked at this and gone back through and done somewhat of a review to sort of summarise where we are at the moment, so I am definitely behind schedule. my schedule ultimate goal was the 1st of July race. I don't think we're going to get there now. I think we're aiming for the 2 weeks after that. But even then, that's going to be close. So I am behind schedule. Things happen, but being 2 weeks behind is no bad thing. What I will say is that I have done this, 100% done this, the wrong way. That's not to say it's the bad way, it's just the wrong way. I've gone about it in my fashion of, let's just do it completely from the ground up, way over the top, and see how we get on. Really go for it. And that's what I've done. That is not what a newbie should do. I'm now several months into this, having learned several different things and been to the events and everything like that. There is absolutely no requirement for a newbie to do all this type of in-depth fabrication at all. There just isn't. There's so much out there where you can just buy a car almost ready to go. I mean, I know we haven't even got to the engine yet, which is sitting there. We haven't even got to the engine yet, and you know the amount of time that's been spent on troubleshooting and fabrication and so on and so forth has been immense. So you know, it's one of them things where you look back and would you say to someone else, oh yeah, do it the way I did? No. However, you know, there's benefits for me from that, in that I know everything about this car inside and out, which I'm hoping will provide me some benefit when it comes to setting up. Because one of the things, the positives about this F1 kart, the F1 chassis, or the CP racing chassis as they're known now, is that the front is completely, fully adjustable. So you'll see some of the other karts have got some adjustment on them. Every kart has toe adjustment, but the F1 has toe, caster and camber. Obviously at the front, the rear's obviously got nothing, so there's not a lot you can do about that. Yeah, so again, if you are new and looking to this and thinking, holy hell, what have I done? You know, he's gone and done all this, and there's no way I can do that, or it's not for me. That's not true. I've just gone about it the wrong way. And for those people that do know me, the wrong way is also the wrong way. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing 15 times as long and 20 times more expensive. So yeah, a bit of a note on that. But yeah, where are we now? We are that chassis and all the bits in that bin are ready to go to blasting. So they're going to be blasted, and then they're going to be painted. The colour is the same as my boots up there. You can see that lovely green, and then it can get on with final assembly, and that's where we are at the moment. I think the one final bit we need to get for the rear axle, which has been, which is here. I know it just looks like a tube, doesn't it? Hey ho. Is the sprocket, which we're trying to get hold of. So the sprocket's the only thing that we need to get, and then we can put the kart together, and it won't take long. Actually, you know what? I keep forgetting where we are. So, because it's been that long, it has. So if you remember back in the day, we had. Is that going to stay there? Yeah, we had that. And we had that. So that was the old upright, as you can see. Now we have the new ones. So the new ones are a lot stronger. The solid at the moment, we are thinking about having them bored out. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are heavier. There's no doubt about that. I mean, some of you might be wondering about the rotational mass, but because it's down the centre line and doesn't have much, shall we say, well, it has the same angular velocity, but there's not as much perpendicular distance from the center of rotation, so that the energy required to spin it isn't that much. I mean, if the weight was out here, then yeah, you get your inertia effect, and obviously it'd take more to spin up and slow down. But obviously this is down the center of the shaft, so you don't really have to accelerate it twice. So yeah, that's all been done with the disc arm, the titanium nuts, and a much thicker piece there. So that was thanks to Alsager Precision, who did that, and they did a wonderful job. So we'll hopefully be we're producing a few more of them. So that was one of the big things that came through that I did want to show you. Otherwise, those drawers over there are full of random bits to go on. So from toe arms to steering columns, bearings, nuts and bolts. I've gone a bit mad on titanium. And it's all ready at the point now. I think this is the best way to sum up, because we've been at 10 minutes, so this is a long video, and I know it's one coming back. But to sum up where we are, we're at the beginning of where I thought we were 3 months ago. Is it 3 months? 4 months ago? Something like that. When I first started in there, I thought this was going to be a bit like a Meccano set. It is now at the point where we are at being a Meccano set. Everything can just bolt together. There is no fabrication, there's no welding, there's no grinding, there's no cutting, there's nothing of that measure left to do. It's send it off to the blasters, get it back, apply etch primer to the chassis certainly, and then paint when we can. And that is where we're at. So it really is the footings for the building are totally complete, and all the materials are sitting there waiting. That is where we're at. So again, very long overdue for the video, so I do apologise about that, but obviously things get in the way, including actually going to these meets, which has been bloody brilliant and a very much an eye-opener. So I'm hoping this provides you a little bit of some use to see where I've been and what I've been up to, because we haven't been static. Things have been moving on. But yeah, please again, you know, I still want to get into doing these videos and carrying on documenting what I've done. Hopefully there'll be a few more now, because we're on the home straight. So I think in terms of that, there'll be more to show you, so you'll be able to see the evolution and the construction of the kart, and it'll look a bit better. I mean, if I get to it, I'll try and arrange a stop motion for the build. We'll see about that though. So that's hopefully coming in the future. But yeah, as always, please feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you think. Anything else along those lines, even if you think about coming along to a meet, you know, just to see what's going on, you're more than welcome. We will certainly take care of you. And yeah, we'll see you for the next time. Bye for now.